Hey y'all, today I'm going to be showing you how to set up Facebook ads for a new Shopify store. In the past, you may have heard me talk about the Sales Accelerator, and this is actually one of the necessary steps in order to generate more sales online for your Shopify store. Before I figured this out, I made the mistake of trying to rely on word of mouth or organic traffic with all of our clients with little to no success. The goal after watching this video is that you'll know how to set up an ad campaign on Facebook for your new Shopify store. So first you wanna make sure that you create a Facebook Business Manager account. Without this, it's almost impossible for you to run ads effectively or continue to scale and grow your campaigns. All right, so when you're thinking about an ad campaign, there's a couple of main pieces that you want to look at. One, your audience and how you should be reaching out to them, which we're not going to necessarily cover today. Hopefully you know your audience, but there's three parts of a campaign that we always build, and then there's other places that you can be testing. But number one is the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and then bottom of the funnel. So the top of the funnel is a approach for you to go directly to the customer without having to have them engage with you. It's just a cold audience. They don't know anything about you. They've probably never heard of you. They could be all over the place. And that's the beauty of being able to sell online through a new Shopify store, is that you could more than likely, you're not constrained by your location. So you can reach out to customers all over the United States or wherever you're watching your video, all over different countries. So the top of the funnel is to go to a cold audience and say, hey, look, here's our product. Are you interested in this product, and purchase in the most layman's terms possible. The middle of the funnel is for those people who are engaging with you. Who maybe they've engaged in the past by either liking the page, maybe their Facebook engagement, maybe it's Instagram engagement, maybe they've been to your website. Those people have a different type of campaign that you want to use, and we'll talk about that here in a second. And then the third one is the bottom of the funnel. These are the people who have either potentially purchased before, added a cart, initiated checkout, something of value on your site that just maybe have not purchased, or if they did, they haven't purchased for a while. We'll talk about those types of campaigns as well. So those are the three things that you want to set up for a campaign to be successful. In this video, just to right out the gate, what you need to do is get traffic to your site and tell Facebook who is your audience. So we're gonna set up two different types of campaigns, or really just walk over the two types of campaigns. And then, like I said, you can always add a third or fourth or continue to test here. But as a new Shopify store, you've got to do these first couple of things. We do also have a e-com calculator to figure out exactly how much you should be spending to generate the sales that you want each month. So if you want to make $10,000, if you want to make 20, 50, we have a calculator. So if you've gotten this far into the video, just stop, pause the video, and then shoot us a message in the comments, or shoot us a message over on Instagram and just say, hey, I want the e-com calculator, and we can send it over to you. There may also be a little pop-up here because I have a website for it as well. So you maybe have a little pop-up here to go click to it and get it for free, but it'll basically plug and play to figure out the exact numbers you need for online. So assuming you've done that and you've came back to the video now, we're going to talk about these campaigns. So top of the funnel, most people who are choosing an objective will go for maybe the cheapest route. They may choose something that just sounds good. But when you're creating a campaign, if I click inside of here, there is brand awareness, reach, traffic, lead generation, messages, even catalog sales, which you would assume would probably be something for your Shopify store or e-commerce, which it is. However, what we would focus on for this is going for conversions. Once you choose conversions, you have many options to choose inside of there. Add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase. For this first campaign, to get as much data to your pixel, which again, if you need help with that pixel, there's also plenty of videos that we have on that, on how to set up your Facebook pixel. This has been updated and changed since previously when we recorded the video, so we may do another one to update it. But make sure you have your pixel installed, because if not, that's needed for this. So let's go back to the account. You want to choose the purchase option. Your labeling conventions are completely up to you. This is just how we used it. This cold collection and purchase is just the top of the funnel. It's just a simple label. You could put top of the funnel. The goal here is that you get at least 50 transactions or 50 what you've told Facebook to optimize for in 7 days. Some people say it could be up to 10 days, but really in 7 days you want 50 for you to leave this quote unquote learning phase. We'll get into that. It's probably another video after that, but once you've chosen the campaign and you've chosen conversions and you've chosen purchase, you want to make sure that you go in here to the audience, so that the ad set level is where you choose your audience at. It's also where you're going to choose your budget and a lot of what's going to happen with the ad. As you see here, ours is limited by budget. This is a new ad campaign, so we're looking to add more budget to it because it's learning limited. It needs more money to make it optimized or to exit that learning phase. When you're going through here, we're going after some lookalike audiences. Again, that's probably another video, but a lookalike audience is a group of people who have either engaged with your page, been to your website, something that has taken action for you, and we've created a lookalike. So Facebook will take all the characteristics of those people and say, okay, let's find another group of people just like them, and we're gonna run an ad to them. If you know your audience, for example, ours are women, we will obviously target women. Make sure that it is a purchase campaign, and make sure another one that you want to make sure that happens is a 1-day click. So a 1-day click means that in 1 day they will make some kind of decision about this product. The only time it really makes sense for you to do like a 7-day click is if it's something like a much bigger ticket item. So let's just say like buying a car or something they have to go and research where it's going to take more than a day. I would say most things that are under $200 are quote unquote an impulse buy, or something that you're like, okay, if I really want this or I'm gonna purchase it, I would buy it within that day. This particular client is a clothing store, so some of her items could be $20, could be 60, could be 80, so very much an impulse buy, and could see the ad and make a purchasing decision. That's another thing you would want to figure out, which is that calculator. Again, just reiterating that, you would want to find out your average order value, which you could get inside of Shopify, or how much traffic it takes to get there. So you want to choose 1 day after clicking. So 1-day click for your attribution window. And like I said, the biggest thing here is to set it to purchase. The ad, we will have to do a video for this, but at the bare minimum, you want to have an image that's going to show your product. We create collections, which I'll show you what this looks like. You'll have to see it on the screen here. So we're going to blur out the client, obviously, but you can see some of the copy. I'll even scroll down to show some of the copy. But we have an image of a product. Doesn't have to be the exact product. And then below that is a bunch of options, or a bunch of clothing items or shoes or whatever that are related to that. Another thing that I would suggest is that you could potentially do a video, and a video is a great way to do a quote unquote top of the funnel ad for this as well. But the whole goal here from this campaign is to get your ad in front of as many people who have never heard of you as possible and get them to make a buying decision. Once they've made that buying decision, Facebook now gets data and says, oh, okay, these types of people have purchased. So it's going to show it to more people, and you're going to get more purchases. As you scale, you'll need to add more budget, obviously, but as you get to a certain level where Facebook is no longer learning, you'll add budget to it, and it'll actually get better in price. So we see a lot of times, if we've been running a campaign for longer, the price for that ad will drop. So right now you can see here, the price per purchase is $22.49. Well, as we increase budget and we get more purchases and get more data to Facebook, this could drop to $10 to $12, $15, $18. It could drop. Whereas you may say before, oh, if I spend $22, I'm gonna have to be spending $1,000 per day. That's not always the case, because this number may drop. So that's the first type of campaign you want to create, that top of the funnel ad. And again, the whole goal there is to get some purchases, get data on your Facebook pixel, and hopefully make what we call here a positive ROAS, or return on ad spend. So for every dollar you spend, this is what calculates your total return on investment through ads. So this one right here for the last 7 days has made a little over 2 times its money. So for every dollar it spent, it's making a little over $2. So now that you have the top of the funnel going, and you have people going to your website and that are making purchasing decisions, and if they don't even make a purchasing decision, you can see here that they may also add to cart. So we had 80 people add to cart. We had, unique 55 people add to cart. We had other people look at the products, so 1,000 plus people have looked at products. These are all audiences that we could retarget based off of that. So next type of campaign is our display product advertising. So this is dynamic product ads, sorry. This is going to update based off of what products the people who have went to your website have looked at. So for example, if they looked at one type of dress, let's look here. I can show a preview. If they looked at one type of dress and they only looked at that dress, that's the only product that they're gonna see. It's telling me its store is unavailable. Let me see here. I can try a different variation. Let me see here. This is carousel, Facebook. Okay, so it's not gonna let me show you here, but basically this is gonna update based off of the product that's shown on the website. So if they look at one dress, that's the dress that they'll see. You've probably seen it. The people who've done it the best is probably Amazon, where you've added something into your cart. A couple days later, you see an ad from Amazon. You also see it on Facebook. You see it all over the place because they said, hey, you're interested in this product, and they're keeping track of which one is there. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. These types of audiences are really, really important. So inside of here, we have 3 different ad sets set up. So 3 different types of audiences that are going through it. We've also added them by day because once they've gone farther away from adding something to their cart or initiating checkout, they're less likely to make a purchase. So we've changed things up. So the one thing you want to do is label these. We have one that's 6 to 8 days. We have one that's 1 to 2 days, 3 to 5, and 6 to 8. The 1 to 2 days, this is everybody who has done a couple of things, either added to cart, initiated checkout, or have viewed content in the last 2 days. So anybody who falls into that will now see these dynamic product ads and start updating it. So as they looked at a product, they'll start to see them. If they've added to cart, they'll start to see them. And the goal with Facebook and what you're telling them is, okay, if they've viewed this product, if they added to cart, whatever it is, we want to optimize for purchase. And you can see here that our cost per purchase for these campaigns are actually much cheaper than our top of the funnel campaigns because these are ones who have engaged. They've already said that they're interested. They've already added to the cart. So it's natural for the price for the purchase to go down. So cost of purchase goes down, and you can also see that our return on ad spend has gone up. And actually, this one in particular has, in 1 to 2 days, has an 8 return on ad spend. So for every dollar we spent, we've made $8 back on this 1 to 2 days. So if we're going for purchase in 1 to 2 in 1 day, but they don't purchase, but they've said maybe added to cart, and we're running another ad to them telling them to do something, they're really much more likely to do something in 1 to 2 days after that. And we're just reminding them about it. And obviously at this point, most people, or a good chunk of people, have done that, and the return on ad spend has been 8 at this point. So these are the 2 types of campaigns you want to start out with at the very beginning to get data. One, go for purchases, and then remarket to those people who you're going for purchases. The one campaign that's not here, like I said, that we would want to go after is that middle of the funnel for all those people who, if you had a video views campaign, you could get people who have watched your video. You have all those other people who have engaged, who maybe went to the website, but didn't view content. You have people who have been to your Facebook page. You have people who have been to your Instagram account, but they just didn't take action. And so the last group that you'd want to do or create a campaign for is all of those who have purchased in the past, but maybe haven't purchased again, and you want to upsell them or cross-sell them. So sell them about something that's similar, or cross-sell them to other options within your store. So these are the types of campaigns to set up from the very beginning. This is a brand new ad account. I think lifetime they've spent, and which is beautiful, pretty nice for this one, is they spent a little over $1,100. So it's brand new. And we have other things running for them. But again, the return on ad spend is getting closer to that too. It's much higher than that actually with the emails and everything else. But these are the types of campaigns you would start out with at the very, very beginning when you're setting it up. Make sure that you go through that calculator so you figure out how much you should be spending per day. A lot of people base their budget off of, okay, I can spend $3,000, but it's like, If you need 6,000 to be profitable, well, then how can you make 6,000? And so you should work from that point versus just saying, this is my budget. You should focus on, okay, what can I get as a return, and work backwards to know how much you need to get those numbers. All right, so if that's just scratching the surface, I know we could go in a lot more in depth with this as a close to a 15-minute video. It could have been 30 minutes longer, but if you're thinking this is too much, this is overwhelming, I don't know where to go, I'm really good at what I do, I just don't know if I want to be doing this ad stuff, then you're perfect for the Sales Accelerator, and all you need to do is schedule a free strategy call so we can walk through exactly what you need to do to sell more products through your Shopify store online. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching this. I hope that you got a lot of value out of this Facebook ad campaign to Shopify Store connection. If you did, if you're one of those people who loves Shopify videos, don't worry, we have a ton of tutorials. If you found value in Facebook ads and want to know more about Facebook ads and Shopify, leave a comment below, let us know, and we will start creating more videos for them. If you are new to our channel, make sure you like and subscribe because we put out new content every single week to help you, local business owners, sell more products and services online through Facebook ads, Shopify, etc.